Yo, 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 freaking yo, mama. It's in this bitch. Yo, so we're gonna start off. This is my well, it's not new. I had this YouTube channel for a while, but I am doing this because I had an idea. I can do my music shit on this channel, like talk about the rap game and shit like that, and I can do my other movie shit on my Mr. West Ashley channel. So this, if you want to start, I'm gonna start doing some more music shit. Last time I did talked about like the music industry. I was with Do Work Media, and it's kind of fitting if you listen to this video. So this new channel, I'll be strictly talking about music shit. My other channel, movie shit. All right, got it. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I guess that's what you need to do right now. Subscribe, because there's a lot of shit always going on in the music industry, and I never really talk about it because I've been focused on like my movie shit. But it's a lot of shit popping right now that I think I need to talk about because I can help you guys out with it. But first, subscribe to this channel. I only got 20 subscribers on this channel, so I know y'all boys want to hear what's going on, so probably want to subscribe right now. If you hear in the background, it's a lot of fucking cars going by. Why do you hear that noise? Because I got my windows up. Why? Because my AC fucking broke last night. I got some boys over coming to fix that shit. Hold on, I'll pause it and I'll let the windows down so I can do this video in peace. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Maybe it's a little bit quieter in here, maybe, but we yeah, like I said, my fucking AC went out last night. I don't know. It was no batteries in the thermostat control, right? So I was like, maybe somebody trying to set me up or something. And I actually slept with my shotgun out last night. Just in case somebody was. They're gonna come in here with a rude awakening. But anyway, I talked to my fucking maintenance dude at the complex, and he was like, no, the batteries aren't usually in there. That's just for like backup if the whole system fails. Whatever. But I still had my shit out last night like fucking Malcolm X looking out the window, ready for your bitch ass. Maybe they'll probably come in today after I finish talking about this video. What is it? So first, let me give a shout out to Choke No Joke. Choke No Joke, he been on a rampage lately. He been spitting some fire on the music industry. He really been hitting Jay-Z hard. He been hitting, Rock Nation hard from all the bullshit they got going on with they got like a lot of Fed cases going on. They got a lot of like snitches in the crew. Shit like that. You ever notice like Jay-Z always gets people out of jail and then they turn into some like political type activist type shit, like Meek Mill rap about drugs and rollies all his life, and then he goes to jail, hook up with Jay-Z, and now he's talking about prison reform, hanging out with damn Robert Kraft and shit like that. They don't really know what they're doing. They're just there because in the black community, we worship money. So we act like if we're around people with money, that somehow we got money too. I don't know. But they're just fake mixing. And this is what I want to what I want to talk about today with Jay-Z signing that deal with the NFL. Why? So, like I said, I want to give a shout out to Choke. Choke he got everybody's attention on it, especially after the Nipsey murders. And if you haven't heard what he's been saying about Nipsey Hussle, you probably want to go back and check out Choke No Joke's recent videos over the last month. He's been laying it out deep, but my show is called Go Deep, so we're probably going to go a little deeper than Choke been going. Jay-Z. So recently, Jay-Z just signed a production deal with the NFL, right? Where he is not only going to be, gathering concerts and acts for the Super Bowl halftime show, he's going to be doing it, normal NFL games also. And he's going to be, oh shit, he's going to be trying to, get acts, production, shit like that. And basically, why everybody's calling him a sellout because he spent like the last 2 or 3 years dissing the NFL for Colin Kaepernick. He's been talking shit about the NFL, telling the NFL, we pack stadiums too. We don't need you. You need us. Blah blah blah. All this bullshit. But everybody's coming down on Jay-Z because they saying he's a sellout. But what we really don't understand, Jay-Z been a sellout. But not only has he been a sellout, Jay-Z probably has no choice to do this shit because the higher you get into this, I guess, industry, and I haven't got as high as Jay-Z, but I know how to recognize patterns, and I have been in the industry before, and I get to see, like, you get to recognize patterns. You should be aware of your surroundings everywhere you're at. And we when we were doing, me and my brother used to have a podcast company together, and we was doing it, and it was, I think it was like the entry level of the industry. But when we, like me and my brother and all my brothers and my family, my sisters and everybody, we're like a real prominent family on the low in Charleston. Like, if you know us, you know us. But if you don't, we just look like some niggas, but some cool people. But we really got a lot of ties into a lot of shit, right? We got a lot of pull and plugs into some nice little circles around the city. So when we first got into the industry, right? We were doing interviews with like every fucking body in Charleston. Our show was called Do Work. We want to highlight people who was just doing work. So if you remember our industry, and I might say some stuff that make people in Do Work a little bit like, damn, Peely, why you say that? But this is my perspective. This is my feeling and whatever, how it come. I still got love for Mecca big time. That's my brother. I still got love for Steph big time. That's my other little brother, Coffee and Duchess. But I think I was just recognizing some patterns in that industry that I wanted to get away from myself because I've seen them already in the rap game that I was also in when I made these little mixtapes and shit, but they hit hard because I put like some cool people on them, and the industry came a knocking, and I wasn't fucking with them. And so when we got into the podcasting game, we did the same shit. We had the same pull. I mean, we interviewed people like Osei Chandler. We interviewed Ebony Hilton. We interviewed like every fucking body. We have a tremendous pull, right? But our pull isn't political, even though it could be political. It's not political. We're just interviewing cool people. So when we interview these people and talk to these people, there's people around us and there's people in the industry that prefers us to be political and try to steer us. And the same with the rap game. They found out that I was smart somehow. I interviewed Professor Griff. They start seeing that I I speak my mind and I speak knowledge and shit like that. So they wanted to mold me into somebody like Tariq Nasheed or some bullshit like that. And I didn't want to go that route because I think Tariq Nasheed is bullshit. I think all of these people, like these little fake ass new generation Malcolm X's, they're all bullshit. They're all leading you into a fucking another political party. And we haven't had a political party yet that represents us. So I'm not playing that game, and I'm not going to lead anybody else into no bullshit ass political party. Like we say, remember Killer Mike was like, oh, I don't trust any black leaders. But Killer Mike, you now leading us to another Democratic political party with Bernie Sanders, who actually a Democratic socialist. Probably not going to be good for black people. We've seen all the patterns on how the Democrats treats us. Killer Mike, you should have known that. And this is what I came in the mix. I be knowing these things, so I don't follow it up. So they promise, as always, they can kind of get around you, and they promise you, lights, camera, action. They promise you money that you'll never see. They promise you all this other bullshit, but at the same time, you have to be like a little sellout. You have to do all this dumb shit that you don't agree with in your heart. And if you don't know about these political movements, these ins and outs, these behind the scenes people, if you don't know about these fucking fraternities, these sororities, these fucking all this bullshit on who they are and what they stand on, you're just gonna follow them up. You're gonna follow them into some bullshit that you don't really know what's going on, but you're just there because they give you lights, camera, action, and they make you feel like you're a star. But at the time, they're using you, and this is what is happening to Jay-Z. So at the time, Jay-Z was, now what we gotta highlight is we're in America. America is like the last stand of a global network that really wants to take over the whole world. A global network that really wants to own everything. Everything. And America is the last fucking, I don't know, the last stand. The sun rises in the east, but it sets in the west. That is going to be a fucking strong ass statement when I finish this shit. So, America right now is being like gentrified in every major city. Gentrified by people who are not American. Jay-Z, are you listening? Gentrified by people who's mostly like Eastern European, like Russian, or some Eastern European country that is still at odds with the Nazis from World War II. Now, if you know your history, you know the Nazis came over to America after World War II. But so did their enemies. So did the Russians. Jay-Z, are you listening? So, now America's being bought and taken over. Gentrified. And we're doing it to ourselves. They're using people like us to do it. They're using people with a face card in the black community. Jay-Z. Remember Jay-Z said they had a song, "We're taking over one city at a time." They're telling you what they're doing, but we don't know what they're doing. We don't know what's going on. Who was singing that song? Jay-Z, Akon, a few other people in this global network. How you know Akon is in the global network? Because he's the face card for China to take over Africa. Everybody's like, oh, look at Akon bringing light to the African people. But really, it's China stealing their land, using Akon's face card to do it. Who does that sound like? Russia stealing Brooklyn, using Jay-Z's face card to do it. Now, we're going to talk about this Colin Kaepernick shit and why Jay-Z was talking so much shit to the NFL. So we have a global network we're up against in America. A global network. A network that includes China, Russia, India, blah, blah, blah. The East, who really don't care about, Western civilization. They really don't care what we do. They really don't give a fuck. They're just buying up our land. And we're up against that, and we are American, so we should hold down our national sovereignty, which will call us a nationalist. So what they do, these globalists, they own like CNN, they own all the major media, and they brand a nationalist as like a white KKK, but we're not KKK by saying we're a nationalist. We were just born in America, and we feel America should come first. Well, not first. We just want to hold down our place. We're not saying we're better than anybody else. We just want to hold down our place like they hold down their place, right? So Um,